Hi all, welcome to this short tutorial video. I'm creating this just to walk you through the options that you have when writing your story, how to do headings, subheadings, all of those little bits and pieces. So I'm in here in my stories list. So let's start with hitting write a story. So when this comes up, obviously you have a title and tell your story. So let's go into the title. Now, when you're writing your title, you want to capitalize your title. So what that means is you want to have every word capitalized, except for these smaller ones like is, these little connecting words. You don't need to capitalize those, but all major words of your title and the last word, even if the last word was it, you would still capitalize it. Okay, so that's how you do your title. Now to do your subtitle, click on tell your story, and you want your subtitle to be in sentence style, which means you capitalize the first word only. You'll also note there's no punctuation in either of those. You can use punctuation, but only if it's very specific to the title or subtitle. Now, you can see at the moment the subtitle just looks like normal text. How we get that to change to subtitle is we just double click on any word in there and we go up and we choose the little T. And you can see now that is now a subtitle. So your title is the big T and your subtitle is the little t. Now there is something else in here that a lot of people don't know about. It's called the kicker. The kicker is kind of a way for you to categorize your stories within your own work. So it's not necessary and it doesn't affect the algorithm as far as I know. I like to use it. It's really optional. But to add the kicker, go up to title, hit enter, then go up to this line above it, put in whatever your kicker will be. Stick to one word usually with your kicker. So let's just say writing, and do it in capitals. It tends to be the way that everyone does it. To change it to a kicker, again, double click and click on the small t, and that'll turn it into a air quotations subtitle. But now you can see we have kicker, title, and subtitle. So let's go down into the main part of your story. So let's run through some of the options available for you with what you can do to, make the structure of your story look a little nicer. So firstly, let's double click, actually with the next few things that I'm going to show you, we want to highlight the entire part that you want included in this. Now you can go bold. You can do italics. You can add a link. So let's say it's www. Let's just go medium. Okay, and you would just copy and paste that in. And then you've got what we've already used, the title and subtitle, but you can use that within your story as well. So within the story, if we change it to title, you're going to get this nice little title line. If you change it to subtitle, you can see it's a little smaller than title, but it stands out. It makes it stand out and it breaks up your work. Other options that we have available in here is this one here, which is quote. Now, if you press it once, you'll get, it'll italicize and it'll have the line down the side, usually good for if you are quoting, say if you're quoting from another article. Now, if you press it twice, it'll actually take it a little bit further in, so make it a larger quote. Now, I usually use this for taking something that's written within the actual article and highlighting it. So I'll copy and paste a particular line and then set it to this quote ×2, and it'll show up in that way. Now you may have seen there is another option on the end here, which is private comments. So if you've submitted an article to me and I've sent you a private comment, this is how I've done it, by pressing this little button here. So another thing I wanted to show you how to do is, I showed you before how to do a link, an inline link. The other thing you can do is if you have a link, and I've just got my Twitter link here, if you just put that in and hit enter, it will actually come up with this little nice little link. And that's really good for not just external links, but also links to other articles that you've written. Now, one of the things that the algorithm does like is if you link to somebody else's article and also your own articles on Medium. So I do recommend doing that. I like to try and put in a link to somebody else's article within my articles as well. Now, some other options that I want to make you aware of, apart from going into each line and choosing these options, you also have this little plus sign to the left. Okay, now if you click on that, this gives you an option to add an image from your own computer, add an image from Unsplash. Also gives you the option of adding a video. This one here is an embed option, which is exactly the same as what we've done here. So, this one will actually break up your, put in like a little breaker there, so you can break up your writing so it's not too clunky. And the last option, ignore that. That's actually a Chrome extension that I have, and I'll do an article about the Chrome extensions I use at some point as well. So that's everything. That is going through and taking through all the options available within your writing. So the main things is make sure you've got your title, make sure you've got your subtitle. Title should be in title capitalization. Your subtitle should be in sentence capitalization. And then you have all these other options as well to break up your writing and make it look fantastic. I hope that has helped. Until next time, thanks for joining me and all the best with your writing.